Okay guys, so you probably want to know what's going on right here. Well, you see, my drone that I got, which is really cheap, kind of had a small suffering of breaking completely, and so now I'm trying to repurpose it into a plane. So you can see we have two of the propellers, because of course one of them stopped working, so we can't have a plane with only three propellers, so two should be fine. Now I'm gluing this together, so now it's slightly angled up, hopefully giving a front lift. I'm going to need some wings, but I do have a guy that can 3D print them for me. And right now I'm just gluing on the wheels, and then we'll take it out for a ride, like a little test, to see if it works or if it turns or anything else, and we can make sure the wheels don't need to pivot in any way. So we'll see how this works. And for some reason, I'm really close to 200 subscribers, so thank you for everybody who watches my videos. And I have something special planned for 200 subscribers, so if you want to see that, subscribe please, and let's glue this bad boy on, because I have a bunch of glue, but I need more. Okay, so you can see that I'm working in my kitchen because the oven is right there. I'm not sure if I'm in frame or not, guys. All I know is that the drone is in frame. So you can see by my demonstration right here, it works pretty well. So the wheels look like they would work pretty well for this. The glue that I put on there originally is still drying a little bit. But we can do some things in the meantime. Now, one of the things I want to do is plan out everything, like, with regards to the light, because as you can see, oh, well, that's a problem, but that's fine, because I had no faith in this glue anyway, but it does give us a, well, it gives us an outline, I guess, but it kind of serves no purpose now that it has been ripped off. But I'm going to use hot glue because I feel like that would be better anyway. And this drone has cameras on it, and of course it doesn't work as a drone anymore, but you can see this camera, I put a little hole in it, but I can move that up now that it's, well, dismantled. But this is a little bit top heavy, as you can see, which is a problem, which is the reason why I added this backwards a little bit, so hopefully I can give it some upward thrust as well as moving it forward. So that's where I'm at right now, and it's time to hot glue this bad boy with a bunch of sticks. Ready, set, go. So I'm dismantling it a little bit further, just because I made a small mistake of where putting it. But it does give me an opportunity to glue the Lego pieces, because that definitely needs to happen more than anything else. Because we don't want the wheels to break off while we're trying to land. And we're probably gonna try to land a couple of times and fail even more, but that's the process, isn't it? Okay, I put a lot of glue, so this time, this should be like the last time of me dismantling it, because I put so much glue on this thing that if it doesn't work, then yeah, that's not going to be good. So now we have that, and we can lower the drone in the correct position, because if you were wondering why I put it in the wrong position, well, it's because it can't be angled too far to either side, or else it's definitely not going to work properly, you know? So this should be perfect. Let's angle it that way a little bit more, because it has to be perfectly center, or else the plane will not work at all. So that is the perfect position. And now it's time to get another stick of glue so we can glue it even more. Now I'm going to let it dry, and then I'll hot glue it even more, because I really don't want this to break, because there's places that definitely could use a touch-up, but I have to let the basics get settled in their position, and in the meantime I can clean up all this stringy mess that the stuff leaves. Now that happened really fast, but you still gotta be extremely careful just because, again, it's not the best glue work ever, but we are gonna fix that right now by gluing the sides a little bit better. Okay guys, I have everything done. All the gluing is done. Now it's time for the test, and hopefully it works. Hopefully. So now I have the controller and the battery. Now, let me show you how this works. Let me get up close, and hopefully it's not out of focus. This spot right here is for the battery, and we're gonna stick that in and hope that the hot glue does not get in the way. Oh, okay. Good news, that actually worked first try, and we cannot test it outside because it is snow everywhere. So we're gonna just test it inside and just see if it moves, because if there's some unforeseen problem, then that is not good in the slightest. So you can see that the drone circuitry is also very much exposed, so I definitely don't want to test it outside because it could get wet, something else could happen to it, and not good. So I'm going to get everything prepared, and we can try our best. Okay, I am here with my wireless microphone, and it's times like this that I'm so glad I got one of these, because if I was, with that wired one, I would have to bring that camera over here, and that's just not gonna happen. So I have a table right there, so you can see this wonderful creation. I'm gonna press the on button now. Everything seems to be working. I'm not sure if you can see it flashing or what, but now it is time to see if there's any unforeseen problems. Connected the controller. I'm not sure if these are antennas or what. I'm pretty sure they are, but they just look like solid pieces of plastic, so I have no idea. And first thoughts, it goes forward. So, we did it, but whoa, that was fast. So right now it's a very good car, but it's not really a good plane, because of course it doesn't fly, it just moves forward. But I think since you've made it to this far into the video, I think I should test it outside, because it would be a lot easier outside than it is inside, because I have limited space in here, but unlimited space out there. Let's prepare the area. So, how do I prepare the area so that there's no snow? Well, I'm just gonna shovel it, because that's really all I can do. But I have to put my phone case off just so I can plug in the connection for this little tiny thing right here. Normally that wouldn't be a problem, but if this thing falls on this rinky-dink phone stand that I've made, well, my phone's gone. So let's just hope there's no wind, and please warn me if there is. Thank you, and it's time to get a shovel, because it's not cold now, but that's only because I've only been outside for a couple seconds. So now, it's time to start and hopefully finish. So I'm going to go right up to those cones right there, like that. Well, it's actually like, yeah, just draw a line between those cones, and I should be up there, and hopefully that should be enough space for me to do my first test. Okay, problem number one, most of this has frozen over to ice. Problem number two is that the stuff that hasn't frozen over into ice is powdered snow. I need to remove all the powdered snow, that way it doesn't get wet, and I can't remove the ice, just like, at all. So I'm gonna try my best to get all the powdered snow, but the ice and the snow look the exact same. So let's just wish me good luck, guys, please. So my microphone is still in my pocket, but in case you're wondering just how powdery the powdered snow is, well, that's powdered snow for you, and it's a problem to get out because it gets stuck in the asphalt. Okay, so I did the best I could, but let's hope that's enough to fly, ride the drone slash plane slash car slash whatever else you want to call it at this point. So we're gonna test it and just make sure if we can turn it, because turning it is going to be very useful for flying a plane. Obviously, you don't want to crash into a tree, so we're going to have to test that out. And let me bring out the drone and everything else. So I'm glad that we can edit these videos down, because my video right now is 44 minutes. So I have a lot of work to do. So daylight is running out fast, so we have to test it right now. Okay, everything seems to be in working order. And that is what I was afraid would happen. See, the powdered snow allows it to get stuck, the front wheels to get stuck easily, and it turns over really fast. So if I do it carefully, you can see it's turning a little bit. I don't want to do it too fast though. And if I slow down, there is no braking power, because again, it is very top heavy. So we're gonna have to remedy that quickly. And what's a quicker remedy than putting a rock in the back of it? Okay, that works. Now it's just time to try to turn it, and the rock fell out easily. Again, we don't want to break it, which is the reason why I put so much hot glue on there. And yeah, it's not working, but it is okay, I guess. So one of the propellers is hanging on by a thread, literally. And you can see that now. We're gonna have to glue it. I don't know if more glue is gonna solve the problem, but we can try. We can try a lot. So we have learned that we're gonna need to test it more inside to get it to be able to turn, because before we can put wings on it, we're gonna need to be able to turn it while it's flying in the air. We're gonna try it one last time, but not outside, but inside the garage, which I did not think of before trying to shovel it and failing. Ta-da! You can see our garage here. And let me move this back so you can see the full garage. Okay, that's pretty much all of it right there. So this is as bright as it's gonna get, so let's hope that it works even a little bit. Now the point of putting it here is that it's gonna be smoother ground, obviously, and that should hopefully mean it doesn't get stuck and tip over. And since it's smooth, you don't need as much power to move it. So hopefully, even if it does still turn over, it's not gonna turn over nearly enough. Slowly try to increase the power. Okay, so we've got movement again, but I'm still trying to turn it and it's not working at all the way I would like it to. Well, as you can see there, it actually did work. However, the propeller did kind of, it's still that one that's hanging on by a thread. But it kind of works. I'm not sure if it follows the right direction. So it does work, it just needed more smoothness. Now, that's a great sign for us, because that means I don't have to do any more work to turn it. So episode 1's complete, and we've got it to roll around and turn. It just needs more glue, and it works as a car for now, but we're gonna need to remedy it, probably with some weight in the back. That's really gonna be the key feature that we're gonna need to add. And other than that, we would just need wings and a way to put the wings on there. But again, I have a friend that can 3D print it. So, as always, be sus for now. And I hope you liked the video. If you like this type of video, then please tell me in the comments. And as always, be sus.